Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the world's most valuable old coins that could be hiding right in your pockets or coin jars. Today, we are diving deep into the story of one of Australia's most elusive and valuable coins, the 1997 Australian 20-cent coin with no mint mark. And believe me, you won't want to miss this because this coin can fetch you thousands of dollars if you're lucky enough to find one. Let's get started. Now, the 1997 20-cent coin might look ordinary to many, but beneath its shiny surface lies a story of rarity, mystery, and value that could make any collector's heart race. Issued by the Royal Australian Mint, this particular coin was part of a regular release, but there's something very special about certain coins from this year. What sets them apart is not what's on the coin, but what's missing. Yes, you heard that right. These coins are missing something very critical: a mint mark. In the world of coin collecting, mint marks are tiny letters or symbols stamped onto a coin to show where it was made. Most 20-cent coins from the 1990s have mint marks like C for Canberra or S for Sydney. But a select few coins from 1997 were released without any mint mark. And these are the coins that collectors are hunting down with intensity. Why is this important? Well, coins without a mint mark are considered error coins or rarities, and in the world of numismatics, that's coin collecting, they can be worth an absolute fortune. These coins are like hidden treasures, and their scarcity only drives up their value higher and higher with each passing year. The 1997 20-cent no mint mark coin is not just rare, it's legendary among Australian coin collectors. Some experts believe these were trial or test strikes that somehow made it into public circulation, while others think they may have been part of a special mint error batch. Either way, the result is the same. A coin that was never meant to be in your hands could now be sitting in someone's change jar, waiting to be discovered. Now, let's talk about value. Coins like these don't just get bought and sold every day. They are auctioned, fought over, and coveted by serious collectors who are ready to pay top dollar. Recent private sales and online auctions have seen the 1997 no mint mark 20-cent coin sell for as high as $2,000, with some listings even demanding $3,000 or more for coins in near-mint condition. Yes, that's right, $4,000 for just one small coin. And the story doesn't stop there. If you happen to have a coin that's not just missing a mint mark, but also in proof condition, meaning it's virtually untouched and perfectly preserved, the value skyrockets. Collectors are ready to pay $6,000 or more for proof-quality, rare 20-cent coins. That's the kind of money that could change your life, all from a coin you might find in your spare change. So, how do you check if your 1997 20-cent coin is the valuable one? It's simple. Grab a magnifying glass and inspect the area where the mint mark is usually found. If there's no letter, no symbol, nothing at all, you might be holding a fortune in your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why coin collecting is so exciting. It's not just about old money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the mystery of history, and the possibility that a small piece of metal could bring you big rewards. Keep in mind, these coins are extremely rare, so don't be discouraged if you don't find one right away. But the key is to keep looking, because people have found them in old collections, piggy banks, and even flea markets. Your chance could come any day. Imagine turning a 20-cent coin into $8,000, or even $10,000. That's not just a great return, it's a story you'll tell for a lifetime. And in the collector's world, the value of rare coins like this only increases with time. So the longer you hold it, the more valuable it could become. The 1997 20-cent coin, without a mint mark, is a perfect example of how a small detail can make a huge difference. And for those of you out there searching, keep your eyes open and never underestimate the coins you find. Every coin has a story, and this one could make you rich. So what are you waiting for? Start checking your change, your drawers, your old coin jars. The next valuable find could be in your hands. And if you're lucky enough to find that 1997 no mint mark 20-cent coin, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of Australian numismatic history, worth thousands of dollars. Next up, the 1982 Australian 20-cent coin with no mint mark. Yes, it may look like a regular coin at first glance, but don't let that fool you. This coin has a story to tell, and for collectors and investors alike, it holds a powerful potential for the future. Let's start by setting the stage. In 1982, the Royal Australian Mint released millions of 20-cent coins as part of the standard currency for public circulation. These coins were minted without any mint mark, as was typical for circulating coins of that era. But here's where it gets interesting. Although many were made, the hunt is now on for high-grade specimens, coins from 1982 that remain in pristine condition, untouched by time, and that could command serious value. You see, collectors are not just interested in how many coins were minted. They are passionate about condition, scarcity, and investment potential. And when it comes to the 1982 no mint mark 20-cent coin, there is growing interest because of its age, historical significance, and the possibility that this coin could be one of tomorrow's most valuable collectibles. What makes this coin especially exciting is the rising demand for older, well-preserved Australian coins. As time passes, more of these coins are lost, damaged, or worn down. That means those that remain in top condition, known as uncirculated or proof-like condition, become rare gems in the eyes of collectors. And rarity drives value. Right now, the 1982 20-cent coin in circulated condition might fetch anywhere from $3,900 to $4,900 if it has clear details and minimal wear. But here's where things get exciting. Uncirculated coins, those with flawless surfaces and sharp designs, are already commanding prices of up to $5,700 or more in online auctions. And that's just the beginning. If you happen to discover a proof version of the 1982 20-cent coin, perhaps from a collector's set or kept in perfect storage for decades, the value could jump even higher. Collectors are willing to pay $6,900 to $8,000 for coins that shine like new and have been graded highly by professional services. That's a massive return for a coin that originally had just 20 cents of face value. But let's talk about the future value. Where could this coin's price go in the next 5, 10, or even 20 years? Experts in numismatics, the study and collection of coins, agree that older coins increase in value as they become harder to find in good condition. This means that the 1982 20-cent coin, now over 4 decades old, could easily reach $10,000 or more in value in the coming years, especially if preserved carefully. Why? Because collectors love coins with historical importance, and 1982 was a time of transition in Australian currency. It was also a year that many coins were used heavily in circulation, so finding pristine examples now is like finding a needle in a haystack. That rarity, combined with strong collector interest, pushes the value upwards year after year. And remember, this coin is not just a relic, it's an investment. Smart collectors are holding on to their 1982 no mint mark 20-cent coins because they know that time adds value. The older and rarer the coin becomes, the more it will be worth. Coins that were once bought for $11,900 have already risen in value to hundreds of dollars. Imagine what could happen in the next decade. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these coins in your old collection, in a family heirloom, or even in loose change, don't let it go easily. Check its condition, protect it, and consider professional grading to maximize its future value. A simple coin today could become a $12,000 treasure tomorrow. The market for collectible coins is booming right now, and buyers are constantly searching for well-kept, rare coins to add to their portfolios. This means that if you decide to sell, you could attract offers of $13,500 to $15,000, or even higher depending on the condition and demand at the time. Auctions, private sales, and collectors' forums are all places where coins like this change hands for serious money. Let's not forget, coins like the 1982 20-cent no mint mark are not being made anymore. Every year, their numbers shrink, making each remaining coin more desirable. If you own one, you're part of a select group of people who hold something truly special, a piece of Australian history that could turn into cash in your pocket. This is the kind of opportunity coin enthusiasts dream of. A chance to turn something small into something huge. And for those looking to start investing in coins, the 1982 20-cent piece is a perfect candidate. Affordable now, but with huge upside potential. So to all our viewers out there, start checking your drawers, your old piggy banks, your inherited collections. The next big payday might be waiting for you in the form of a humble 1982 20-cent coin. Remember, every great collection starts with a single coin. And sometimes, that one coin can change your life. If you find this one, you're not just holding money, you're holding value, history, and a future of possibility. Next up, the 1968 Australian 20-cent coin with no mint mark. This coin is not only a historic artifact, but also a valuable collector's item that can demand serious money in the coin collecting world. If you think your loose change might be worthless, think again. This particular coin has the potential to change your fortune. Now let's dive into the fascinating history behind this coin. The 20-cent coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966 as part of the country's switch from pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal system. But it was in 1968, just 2 years later, that this coin started making waves among collectors, particularly those looking for rare variations and pristine examples. The 1968 issue was produced in high numbers, yet it is the condition and demand today that makes this coin truly stand out. Interestingly, the 1968 20-cent coin has no mint mark, which was typical for coins struck for general circulation in that era. But over the years, collectors have found that high-grade coins from this particular year are surprisingly rare. Most coins from 1968 were heavily circulated, meaning they show significant wear and tear. Finding a well-preserved, uncirculated, or proof-like 1968 20-cent coin is a major score for any collector. This is why so many people are trying to buy the 1968 no mint mark 20-cent coin in top condition. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and private collectors are all on the hunt for this coin. Some listings receive dozens of bids, and coin shops often report that it's one of the most frequently asked about coins. Why? Because demand is outpacing supply, especially for coins that have been graded highly by professionals. The current value of the 1968 20-cent coin varies depending on condition, but don't be fooled by its humble appearance. A worn example may sell for $4,900 to $5,900, but if you have one that has been kept in mint state, bright, shiny, and free from blemishes, the value jumps significantly. Collectors are paying $7,000 to $8,000 for well-preserved coins from this year, and some rare proof versions have reached prices of $10,000 or more. This coin's value is driven not only by condition, but by its historical appeal. Remember, 1968 was only the third year that Australia had decimal coinage. This makes coins from that period special to collectors who seek early decimal-era coins. The 20-cent coin, featuring the iconic platypus design by Stuart Devlin, symbolizes Australia's wildlife and national identity, making it even more desirable. But what about its future value? Can this coin become even more valuable in the years to come? Absolutely. With time, more and more of these coins are lost or degraded. Those that remain in top condition will continue to appreciate in value, especially as coin collecting gains popularity among new generations. In just a few years, this coin could be worth $12,000 or even $13,000 for the best examples. It's also worth noting that investors are now entering the coin market, seeking alternative ways to grow their wealth. Coins like the 1968 20-cent piece, with their historical significance and rarity, are considered excellent long-term investments. This increases demand and drives up prices. The fact that this coin was made with no mint mark makes it part of the standard circulation issue, but it's the limited supply of quality specimens that has turned it into a treasure. It's estimated that thousands of people across Australia and beyond are actively searching for high-grade 1968 20-cent coins to add to their collections. Some even travel to coin fairs and events hoping to find one. If you happen to own a 1968 20-cent coin, now is the time to check its condition. If it has sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal wear, you might be sitting on something worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. And if you're lucky enough to have one that's been kept in a protective case, untouched for decades, then you could have a rare gem in your hands. This is more than just a coin. It's a piece of Australian history, a collector's dream, and possibly a future financial windfall. People from all over the world are eager to buy it, and as demand grows, so does its price. It's the kind of find that makes the hunt worthwhile. The 1968 no mint mark 20-cent coin teaches us that not all value is obvious at first glance. What may appear to be an ordinary coin could in fact be a highly sought-after collectible. This is why coin hunting is so exciting. Any coin could be your ticket to big rewards. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Start searching your old coins, check those forgotten jars, and ask your relatives if they have old change lying around. The next valuable coin could be right under your nose. If you find a 1968 20-cent coin, take it to a reputable coin dealer or consider having it professionally graded. You could be holding a coin worth $15,000 or more, and with the right buyer, that number could go even higher. Next up, the 1970 Australian 20-cent coin with no mint mark. A coin that may seem ordinary at first, but has captured the attention of collectors across the country and beyond. If you've ever thought about coin collecting, or if you have a jar full of old change, you need to pay attention because this coin might just be your hidden treasure. The year 1970 was a special time for Australian currency. Just a few years earlier, in 1966, Australia had moved to the decimal system. Coins minted during the early decimal years, including 1970, are now seen as important collectibles. They represent a turning point in the country's monetary history. The 20-cent coin, introduced in 1966, was one of the new denominations, and by 1970, it had become a staple in everyday transactions. The 1970 20-cent coin was minted without any mint mark, as was typical for coins intended for general circulation. But what makes this coin so desirable today is how few pristine examples remain. These coins were used daily, exchanged in hands, pockets, and tills across the country. Decades of wear and tear mean that finding a coin from 1970 in excellent condition is rare and highly valuable. For collectors, condition is king, and the 1970 no-mint mark 20-cent coin in mint or near-mint condition can fetch impressive sums. Right now, circulated coins in good condition can sell for $2,800 to $4,800, but the real excitement begins when we look at uncirculated specimens. Coins that have been preserved for decades, free from scratches, and with their original luster intact, are commanding prices of $5,900 to $7,900, or even more. And it doesn't stop there. A proof-quality 1970 20-cent coin, one that was never meant for circulation and was possibly part of a special set, can sell for $9,000 to $10,500, depending on the buyer and the market conditions. This shows that a small coin, handled with care, can deliver big returns. Collectors from around the world are actively seeking out high-grade 1970 20-cent coins. Online auction sites often see multiple bids on well-preserved examples, and coin shops regularly receive inquiries about this specific year. The demand is growing, and with that, so is the market value. You might be wondering, where can you buy or sell this coin? The answer is simple. Trusted coin dealers, online auction platforms, and numismatic fairs are all excellent places to find or trade this coin. Sites like eBay, heritage auctions, or even local coin shows offer opportunities to purchase or sell. If you're selling, be sure to have your coin graded professionally, as this can significantly increase your sale price. So, should you keep your 1970 20-cent coin or sell it? If it's in top condition, many collectors advise holding onto it. Why? Because the value is only expected to increase over time. Coins from 1970 are now over 5 decades old, and as more are lost or damaged, the few remaining in excellent shape will become even more rare. And if you do decide to keep it, you must take care of it. Store it in a protective case or a coin capsule to avoid further wear. Sealing the coin properly is key to maintaining its value and ensuring it remains attractive to collectors in the future. A sealed, high-grade coin is worth far more than one that continues to deteriorate. Many collectors view coins like the 1970 20-cent as a smart investment. Not only do they appreciate in value, but they also carry historical significance and a unique connection to Australia's economic history. You're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of the past, and that's something collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. The platypus design on the reverse of the coin, created by renowned designer Stuart Devlin, adds to its appeal. It's a symbol of Australia's wildlife, and the coin's iconic look makes it instantly recognizable. This adds a layer of cultural value that boosts its desirability even further. Over the years, we've seen coins from this era grow in value, and the 1970 20-cent piece is no exception. In fact, with the rise of coin collecting and investment in physical assets, more and more people are turning to rare coins as financial opportunities. The potential to turn a 20-cent coin into $12,500 or more is very real. Imagine finding one of these coins in an old jar, a drawer, or an inherited collection. That small piece of metal could become a financial windfall. It's happened to many collectors before, and it could happen to you. That's why we always say, check your change, check your pockets, and don't overlook the coins from your past. This is your chance to discover value where others see nothing. The 1970 no-mint mark 20-cent coin may appear common, but its true worth lies in condition, history, and demand. And the demand is growing. Every day, more collectors are searching, hoping to find that perfect coin from 1970. So take action today. Search your old coins, visit local coin shops, and see if you already own one of these valuable pieces. If you do, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Don't let that opportunity slip away. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on the next big discovery in the world of valuable coins. Remember, every coin has a story, and the 1970 20-cent coin could be the one that tells your story of success and fortune. Happy collecting!